wooden images with fire. You shall cut down the carved images of their gods and destroy their names from that place. Destroy their names from that place. This is order from high above. It's not easy. He will destroy these nations from the sword shall destroy outside. All will say this. 33, Deuteronomy 33:27. Let's see what that one also says. The distraction is too many. The distraction is too many. The distraction is no mercy. The eternal God is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. He will thrust out the enemy from before you and will say, destroy. He brings the enemy out and bring them before you. And then he will ask you, destroy. He will not destroy. He will not. He is able to bring the enemy out. Now he didn't touch them. He didn't kill them. He didn't do anything to them. He bring them to you and he say, you destroy. He gives you there to destroy. When you destroy them, this one, I will not judge you and condemn you of killing, of thou shalt not kill. Yeah. That's ultimately what's happening here. In this instance, thou shalt not kill does not apply, because God is giving you the right to kill an enemy. I mean, how can one make sense of these things clearly? Let's speak clearly. It's not a lie. It's all written here. If I quote you, check, you find out. We're moving to Joshua. And to destroy all the inhabitants of, unless you destroy the accused from Joshua 9:24. It's another powerful statement of destruction, because Joshua is the one who took over from Moses, and he did a beautiful job by destroying and taking in lives so that Israel will get to the promised land. 9:24. You can imagine the work that he had to do. It wasn't easy. Killing. 24. So they answered Joshua and said, because your servants were clearly told that the Lord your God commanded his servant Moses to give you all the land and to destroy all the inhabitants of the land from before you. Therefore we were very much afraid for our lives because of you, and have done this thing. This was a command from God, through Moses and all that, and Joshua was supposed to obey. That he's been told that when he gets to the land, Canaan, he should destroy all the inhabitants. If they say inhabitant, ants, birds, every inhabitant, anything that is an inhabitant to that environment, that place, he's supposed to slaughter everything. You can imagine such power. These people have prepared the land and stayed there, and they've made the land very nice. God, gave the order to the Jewish people to do that. And so now the person who was explaining, they're saying that because of this, that we heard that you have got the command from God to do this. So somehow we hide ourselves. We are afraid that something will happen to us. Now, if they even have mercy on somebody, they have also disobeyed God. So I don't know what will happen here. But it is clearly stated in Joshua chapter 9, verse 24, that therefore so they answered Joshua and said, this is something to do with the deceit of the Gibeonites. They sort of deceived Joshua in some way. they deceived Joshua. And so Joshua then was inquiring from them why they had to do that. If you read from 23 or 22, then Joshua called them and he spoke to them, saying, why have you deceived us, saying we are very far from you, when you dwell near us? Now therefore you are cursed, and none of you shall be freed from being slaves, woodcutters, and water carriers for the house of my God. So they answered Joshua and said, because your servants were clearly told that the Lord your God commanded his servant Moses to give you all the land and to destroy all the inhabitants of the land from before you. Therefore we were very much afraid for our lives because of you, and have done this thing. And now here, 25, and now here we are in your hands. Do with us as it seems good and right to do to us. So he did to them and delivered them out of the hand of the children of Israel, so that they did not kill them. And that day Joshua made them woodcutters, water carriers, and for the congregation, and the altar of the Lord in the place which he would choose, even to this day. Saving them from the people, because there was a command they have to follow through. So Joshua 9:24 all the way down, you get that info there. Joshua 9 what? Yeah, Joshua chapter 9 verse 24. Yeah, and then if we go further to if you go further to 11:20, 11:20 says, Joshua 11, chapter 11, verse 20. For it was of the Lord to harden their hearts, that they should come against Israel in battle, that he might utterly destroy them, and that they might receive no mercy, but that he might destroy them as the Lord had commanded Moses. God made their hearts difficult. He's capable of making you become stubborn, so that when you become stubborn, he let your enemy destroy you, kill you. So that would be a good reason to kill you, because you were stubborn. But that stubbornness did not come from anywhere, but God himself made you stubborn. You are getting the picture here. Let me read it again. This is Joshua 12. Okay. Joshua chapter 11, verse 20. For it was of the Lord to harden their hearts. It's of the Lord. It was of the Lord. It was of him to harden their hearts, that they should come against Israel in battle. That it will make them feel that they can go against them in Israel. He put them into that state. That he might utterly destroy them, and that they might receive no mercy, but that he might destroy them as the Lord had commanded Moses. And you can imagine what that is. The same thing happened to Pharaoh. When Moses had to take them from Egypt, Israel from Egypt to that, God hardened the heart of Pharaoh so that he will be difficult. And when Moses go in there and present all the miracles God has told him to do that, he was stubborn. He doesn't want Israel, the Jewish people, to go. The same thing happened when Jesus Christ was born. God was hardening the heart of who? It toughened the issue of, was it the Pharaoh or at that time. And this person was so difficult that he was, as he embracing that kind of Jesus, the birth of, and he had to end up slaughtering, killing all the babies, newborn babies. He was trying to deceive the three wise men, even in that sense. These things that is what you think, you have to think about it, but it's quoted here. And maybe you are not in Joshua, you are not reading Judges. If your mind don't click back to look at the things you read in Joshua, but many a time people are not even reading all that. People are choosing from Psalms